calves' brains fried. Calves' brains, an onion, 2 sprigs of parsley, 1 bay leaf, tomato sauce, grated breadcrumbs, parsley or green peas to garnish. Plunge the brains into cold water to disgorge them of all blood and remove the fine skin and blood that surrounds them. Then blanch with scalding water. In 5 minutes, take them out of the hot water and put them into a saucepan. Cover with cold water. Add a tiny onion, sliced fine, parsley and bay leaf whole. Let them simmer gently for 5 minutes. Then take them from the fire and drain. When cold, cut into pieces of a square inch and dip in a batter of tomato sauce, and then in grated breadcrumbs, patting gently. Drop into boiling lard and fry to a golden brown. Take out and drain of grease. Serve on a bed of fried parsley. A garnish of boiled green peas is also very pretty and palatable. It's a little bit of a traditional Creole recipe for you. Good old fried calves brains. Or, I'm sorry, calves brains fried. Very Yoda-esque grammar there. But, yeah, I think we can all appreciate that. I've never had calves brains before. Sounds interesting. Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? I've been a bit absent. Been a bit sick. Got sick on Christmas Day. Jesus cursing me. But I've been gradually improving each day. Well, not each day, it's from Christmas. Probably the worst day was the 26th. But gotten a little better each day since then. Almost feeling normal again today. What is it with these super dark camera settings? Looked like some animal. Until I realized it was TJ and some odd adjustment on his camera. It is an animal. Human beings are animals. You know this. I guess I could adjust the brightness on my camera. I refuse to not appear in black and white, but I suppose I could adjust the brightness for you at least, so that it's not quite so dark. All right, that's about as bright as I'm willing to go. So if you want it brighter than that, go find somebody else to watch. I refuse to appear any brighter than this. TJ, can we get a New Year's poem-like vid like you used to? No. I stopped doing those when I realized that nobody likes poems, and I don't really care what year it is. That's 2 good reasons not to do it. So that's why I will never do it again. So bleak. So dark. What did you get for Christmas? I got a projector. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put that as of now. really have a wall set aside for it. I got a Audio Technica record player that I need to get some kind of speakers for, and I got some speakers that I'm not going to use for the record player because they're for my TV room. Going to put some surround sound in there. So some pretty cool stuff. Also got a lot of little candies and things. Some plates, some socks, some glasses, drinking glasses. Some stemless wine glasses, actually. So. Wholesale, huh? Good stuff. T.J. Hooker, yeah. It's very strange that William Shatner portrayed Captain Kirk and T.J. Hooker. I'm sort of an amalgamation of the two most iconic characters of Mr. Shatner, which I don't know how I feel about that. Are you going to watch videos tonight? No, this is not an abandoned hope. I don't have the strength for an abandoned hope. I am still recovering from an illness, as I mentioned. Had a very, very bad head cold. But it is largely passed, and now I'm feeling moderately neato. So that's where I'm at now. For a few days, I couldn't even smoke. And that was no fun. I enjoy smoking. Yeah, I'm able to do sit-ups now, so that's good. I was able to do some sit-ups for the first time. Well, not for the first time on the sit-ups, but for the first time in a long time, capable of doing sit-ups. Still haven't been able to do a push-up, though. But, yeah, for the last, due to my illness, taking a little break from the lifting, but I should be getting back into that the next few days. I will never have children. I might have an abortion at some point. I mean, not me personally. But, you know. Am I finally a middle-aged man? Yeah, I'd say that's fair at this point. Same at the, if I'm not middle-aged, I'm at the cusp of middle-aged. When does middle age begin? 40? 35? I think it's fair enough to say that I'm there or damn near there. Do girly push-ups and work your way up. That's what I've been doing. You are an abortion already. What compels you to be so unkind, Brandon? Who hurt you? what harm was visited upon you that makes you feel like you need to lash out at me like that? Society really dodged a bullet there. Tell me about it. No, I don't think society, I don't think society has dodged many bullets. I doubt that my procreation would make much of a difference at this point. Had the same thing, TJ. Had to work my dish job with it. Damn. Sorry. Poor Brandon. We live in a society. Maybe someone can explain that meme to me. Like, what is the contention of the meme? Am I looking into it too hard by even asking that question? Like, is the contention that blaming society for its own ills is, like, somehow fallacious? A society of clowns. It's really weird to hear my name, but it not be me being talked about. Well, I guess we could talk about you, Brandon Erickson. Not to be confused with Brandon Allen. A lot of Brandons in here tonight. How's Paul's tooth? He never really had much trouble with it. He did chip it, but it never caused him any pain. It mocks those memes that try to be all deep. And these memes usually begin with, we live in a society where. These memes usually had the Joker, and he became the mascot for them. Okay. So it's basically discouraging people from trying to be deep. Because it's easier to dismiss them than it is to actually consider what they might have to say. Roger that. Just another means of controlling thought. Cool. Great conformity enforcement. I love it. I guarantee you that I'd rather talk to the world's worst social critic than the know-nothing retard dismissing him. So, that's where I'm at on it, personally. What scene from Breaking Bad has burnt itself into your memory the most? That scene where Walter ejaculates onto Jesse Pinkman's eye and actually gives him pink eye. And we learn that that's the origin of his last name, Pinkman. That was a very poignant moment in the series for me. No, probably Gus's death. I mean, you don't forget that. Pardon me. Is there a profanity filter here? Yeah, of course there is. I don't want a bunch of little potty mouths running around, do I? Lol, is that a real scene? Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. It is, yeah. Steel deep memes, yeah. Super memey. I know you don't play many video games, but on a monthly basis, how often do you think you play? Not even monthly. I don't think I played a game in 2019. I could be mistaken. I mean, I might have dabbled with something here or there for a second. Like I might have fired up a SNES classic and fucked around in Super Mario World for a second or something, but that'd be about it. Favorite tobacco strain at the moment? You know, there's no there's no strains when you're not in a state where tobacco is a robustly legal product. So you just take what you can get. You played Tetris? Yeah, I guess I did play a little Tetris, so that's good. Two days, 7 hours, 12 minutes until we can buy legal weed in Chicago. Awesome. TJ, what would it take to convince you that there is some kind of objective meaning? Well, first we'd have to define meaning, I guess. Like, I don't really understand what the concept of meaning is divorced from a personality. Like, I understand what meaning is to me, and I understand what meaning is to you, or at least I think I have an idea of it. But I don't know what is meaning divorced from, someone who is perceiving it. So we'd have to figure out what that is. Like, how would you even define that? And then you have to demonstrate that it exists somewhere out there. So I guess a cogent definition of what meaning is, independent of an observer, and then some demonstration that it exists somewhere. Love the jazz. It's calming me down. I feel like you should have a nighttime radio show where you talk to people like Sleepless in Seattle and tell them how to make life okay, except the opposite. That'd be fun. I consider this kind of that. I don't know why we need objective meaning anyway. There's plenty of subjective meaning to go around. I don't know why does that not meet the quota? TJ is low-key an idealist. Why do you think people are hostile towards disagreements and discourse? I find it hard to find on the internet. People will mock you and say, this is the internet. And in person, it can be taboo. I don't know. I mean, most people really don't like to have their ideas challenged very much, do they? I mean, I can't really say that I do. I think I'm more open than most people, and even I'm like, you're an idiot if you disagree with me. I'm right about everything. Don't you know that? Yeah, I've math is good, I guess. 2 plus 2 and all. Real fascinating stuff. I don't really know that it's got meaning attached to it, though. I mean, I guess it has meaning in the sense that, the numbers and variables represent things. Unless you're one of these, like, the universe is pure mathematics, there is no matter, there is no energy. Objective reasoning is false. Deductive reasoning is false. Inductive reasoning is false. The scientific method is false. Only pure math reveals the truth. In which case, even if you're right, I'll never know. So, enjoy that, though. If it works for you, let it be your special meaning. We'll probably watch the next Democratic debate. I kind of wish we'd watched the last one, but we just didn't have the time. There was way too much going on, and we became aware of it much too late. And we'd already done a full schedule of, pretty constant shoots, and we were just not up for it. But I think we'll probably watch the next one, because the field's narrowed down a bit. I think the discussions are getting perhaps a little bit more substantive if the last debate is any indication. What is the point of no return for life on this planet? I don't really know. I think that it's hard to place. We don't really know what the limitations of life are yet, so I think it's a hard question to answer. Yeah, unfortunately, Klobuchar has once again made the debate. The next debate. She polled just at 5% in enough polls that she's made it. They let the campaigns self-report how many donors they have, so all she has to do is be like, yeah, I got enough donors. Could be a total lie, but I guess no one verifies these things, so it's like on the honor system. It wasn't a Christmas movie, but we did do a movie commentary for this month. It's actually this film right here. Return to Frogtown. We thought about doing a Christmas movie, but yeah, Return to Frogtown. Yeah, Klobuchar is definitely being artificially propped up. I don't know anyone who actually genuinely supports her. I've heard of people secondhand, like, oh, my crazy uncle or whatever the fuck, but I've never actually met a Klobuchar supporter. Not in real life, not even on the internet. I haven't not had someone come to me and be like, I am a Klobuchar supporter. No, I don't know. I don't travel in whatever circle her supporters do, but very strange. I can't imagine someone actually supporting Klobuchar. She strikes me as being about as appealing as a rat turd, but hey, we've all got our candidate, I guess. Or some of us don't. Some of us are like, fuck that, but whatever. No one is still kind of a candidate. You're not prepared for 2020's political dumpster fire? Well, ready or not, here it comes. I was birthed by 2 Klobuchar supporters. Damn. Brutal. Have you ever asked them to explain it? Like, can you maybe just sit them down and be like, all right, so let me just ask you guys, like, what is the appeal of this horrible cunt? Like, I don't get it. Seems like the kind of people that would support Amy Klobuchar would be like someone who sits down to a nice meal of like rancid cabbage from a garbage can lid or something. That's the kind of person I imagine. Why would we rewatch a movie that we've already commented on? I don't know. That seems, I don't know. I don't see any purpose. My aunt who makes $400K a year supports Amy Cloud Boot Jar. Okay. Can you rub your beard on the microphone a bit? I suppose I could. There you go. Don't say I've never done anything for you. Wait for Ocasio-Cortez to run. That's when we're hitting the bottom. Are we hitting her bottom? That sounds like it might be fun. I don't intend that as any sort of disparagement, by the way. TJ, if you were to run against Trump, do you feel you could fare better? No. No. When it comes to making your opponent look stupid? I think Trump is easy to underestimate. You know, obviously, he's been persistently underestimated. People have gone up against him that are his intellectual superiors all day long and lost. So I don't think you can rely on making Trump look stupid. I think you have to have something a little bit more compelling than that, than this guy's an idiot. Because obviously, a lot of Americans either are idiots themselves or don't really mind that he is. So you need a different tact. My thing is, I feel like if you have a candidate that you don't, if you can't rattle off like a few policy positions of a candidate that make them stand out from the crowd, then why the fuck are they even running? Like a Trump supporter can tell you, you know, he's going to build the wall. He's going to, you know, put Americans first, whatever the fuck that means. He's going to crack down on China. You know. He's going to protect, he's going to save Christmas, save our guns. You know, the people, they have a general idea what the guy stands for, or at least what he claims to. With Hillary Clinton, like, I mean, has anyone told you to this day? Like, what the fuck was Hillary about? What was that story? What was her signature legislative idea that she was running on? Like, once I'm elected, we're going to... Like, fill in that blank for me. I feel the same way about Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, the Klobuchunt. I feel that way about, who else do I feel that way about? Cory Booker, I guess he's irrelevant. I feel that way about Joe Biden. I don't know, what's Joe Biden about? I knew Obama. All right. What a sales pitch. You're really dazzling me. I'm not Trump. That's about the best sales pitch Biden has. That's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. A lot of people love Trump. Like, get it through your fucking thick skulls. You can't just be like, we're the anti-Trump. Because Trump's got a lot of love. A lot of motherfuckers like Trump. Quit kidding yourselves. Just because you're a liberal or a leftist or some other faction of Trump hater sniffing your own farts on Twitter, that doesn't mean anything. Plenty of Trump-loving people out there from sea to shiny sea. I go through the Democratic candidates that I actually can think of like, oh, okay, that's the signature issue. It's like Bernie Sanders, Medicare for all, free college. Okay, there's some other stuff too. That's like the main. Those are the two big ones. And Medicare for all is really the super big one. And student loan debt forgiveness. You got Andrew Yang, $1,000 a month, going to solve every problem. What's the issue? $1,000 a month. Damn right. Everything. $1,000 a month. Gonna fix it all. It's America's salvation. $1,000 a month. Tulsi Gabbard. End these regime change wars. Gotta end these fucking regime change wars. Think about all the money we waste on these regime change wars. We can apply better at home. Regime change wars. Medicare for all. $1,000 a month. Have a signature fucking issue. That's how you stand out. One of the reasons Tulsi is not further along than she is right now, by the way, is she didn't make that clear enough. She didn't fucking push it hard enough in those debates and shit. Every fucking word out of her mouth should have been, "In them regime change wars. Enough of this shit. End the wars. Spend the money at home. America first. Take the America first issue away from Trump." Be like, nope, that's mine now. She didn't do it. She tried. She's just a little too passive. They always try to portray Tulsi as this big firebrand, but she never really strikes me that way. She's just very calm and demure and passive. Does Warren even have a signature issue? Not really. Just like, hey, I'm like the watered down Bernie. Kind of like what Bernie has to say, but think he's a little too cuckoo. I'm your girl. Okay. Go to bed, TJ. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll do the next best thing. I will take you, and I will send you away for a little duration of time there. Because you don't control my bedtime, sir. Oh, yeah, get Trump off of Twitter. Yeah, the Kamala one. Of all the fucking signature issues, man. Of all the things to move left on and try to outflank your competition. Like, whoa, I'm gonna fucking... How am I gonna stand out? I know. I'll be the candidate that wants to ban Trump from Twitter. That'll do it. That's gonna get me the... Yeah, people are gonna take me seriously now. Oh, Kamala. What a sad, sad campaign. So on fire. Go back and watch that first debate. Don't torture yourself like that. But just remember that first debate. God, she was on fire. I thought she was the one to beat. She fizzled out so fast. Oh, yeah, Beto. Beto's determination to adopt every position that right-wingers slander left-wingers with. Just wants to ban all guns. Beto's like, yeah, I do. It's like, oh, yeah, that's going to get it. That's going to win. Nice strategy there, buddy. Oh, you owned this. See, Beto fucking failed to realize a fundamental truth about being Beto O'Rourke. he looked really good compared to Ted Cruz. But that's about it. You know? When you didn't have that Ted Cruz basis of comparison, like, you can have Ted Cruz, you can have Beto O'Rourke. It's like, man, okay, I'll take Beto O'Rourke. But compared to, like, pretty much anything else, it's just like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Nah. Go to bed, TJ. So you just trying to get on that fucking shit list now. Go on, get out of here. You don't get no attention. I guess you already did. Is Beto still running? No, Beto dropped out. Dropped out a while back. I wish Beto could have stayed longer so I could hear Paul do more impressions. Yeah, that was the one tragedy of his campaign's implosion, is that it deprived us of that gem of an impression from Paul and his Butthead O'Rourke, or is it Butthead O'Dork? I don't know if it was ever cemented canonically what that character was called. You really think Hillary will try to get in the race last second? I don't know when the limits of that would be. Like, is it too late yet? I don't know when she's technically allowed to no longer be like, whoa, it's me. Holy shit, I'm in it. And try to fucking do some kind of shock and awe shit. If Hillary runs again, let this country burn. Let it. Try to stop it. What other choice do we have at this point but to burn? Who would have a better chance, Hillary or Michelle? You know, people are always making a big deal about Michelle Obama to me, and I might be naive, but I don't see it. I've seen so many people spout the wisdom that Michelle Obama would be a contender, you know, but I don't know. I feel like maybe she'd have like an initial surge of like, woo, Michelle, get it, girl. And people would quickly be like, you know what? I don't think taking the president's dick is really a qualification to be president. I could be totally wrong. I've always preferred crunchy peanut butter. I don't know. Seems like creamy is definitely the more popular. But I like the substantiveness of crunchy peanut butter. It's got a little texture to it. Yeah, Michael Moore wanted her. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, what? I don't understand. I don't get it. I think it was just because, Trump was a celebrity and the Democrats were like, who's our celebrity? And they're like, Michelle Obama. I don't know, man. I hated the bill that Michelle championed about nutrition in school lunches. So much food got thrown out at my high school. Yeah, I don't know. I was not in school at that time. I did see some pretty nasty-looking school lunches, but it was my understanding that they just provided sort of like nutritional guidelines, and the schools had like wide latitude as to how to fulfill it. And plenty of schools, didn't decide to just, here's a moldy carrot and a stale piece of bread, I don't know, though. I'm no expert in that. What is the most common argument against nihilism? I don't know. It seems to just be mockery of nihilism. Or just, like, whining. But if nothing has any meaning, then... It's, like, the main one I hear. I haven't heard an actually cogent argument. That'd be neat. They made us grab a fruit with every meal, and everyone would just chuck the fruit. Why? What's wrong with fruit? Is fruit bad? Fruit's pretty good. I mean, apples are good. Grapes are good. What the fuck is the objection to fruit? See, her problem is she didn't go far enough. Shouldn't have just been like, okay, you have to select one fruit. There should be someone presiding over the cafeteria with a sniper rifle, making sure everyone eats their fucking fruit. And if you don't, bam! John F. Kennedy style. That's what should have happened, if you ask me. Which I guess you kind of did. Maybe. What is the meaning of nihilism? It's kind of an ironic question. Was that intentional irony, or? If there is no meaning, why nature look good to my eye holes? I love it, dude. You get a gold star. Warren Berger gets a gold star. Have a giant droid from RoboCop in the cafeteria. That'd be awesome. Guns you down if you don't eat your fucking vegetables. If you're not going to be healthy, then just die. People seem to think that if everyone was a nihilist, then we would all just be lawlessly doing whatever we want and the world would plunge into chaos. Oh no, chaos, eh? I wonder what do they think the world is now? Do they really look around at this, current state of affairs and think, oh wow, so ordered. Everything's going according to plan. This is really nice. What is the benefits of being a nihilist? I don't know that there are any. I don't know that there's any necessarily benefit to being a nihilist. I guess that I think it's the truth, so I tend to think that it's better to believe true things than false things. But, what do I know? Just some gray matter chilling in a skull. Just like you. So I don't know what the fuck. The fuck is Lucamon? I swear to God if I regret this. The fuck am I looking at here? Lucamon? Digimon Frontier? It's like some weird multi-winged angel thing. Okay. Cool. Good job there, Greymon. Hello to the non-live viewers. Yeah. Hey, non-live viewers. You're amazing, too. What is your political stance on cookies and cream ice cream? I think that's probably too controversial to discuss on YouTube at this point. The Wajiki is watching us all. Oh, this is a hypothetical drunk question. Would you rather get drunk with Dr. House, Rick Sanchez, or Gigi Allen? So basically 3 people you probably wouldn't really want to be around. Yeah, I don't know, unless you have an amazing tolerance for assholes. I guess House. He seems the less likely to murder you. So. Might destroy your self-esteem, but probably not going to just casually murder you. Which, Rick Sanchez seems pretty likely to do. Gigi Allen, he might not necessarily murder you, but it seems like there's a pretty good chance he's going to, throw his shit at you or, break a bottle over your head or something. I don't enjoy Kratom. The Corn Planet? What would happen if they let everyone out of prison, and would it make a good movie? I really don't know that it would make a tremendous amount of difference. I think probably the biggest thing it would do is, there'd suddenly be all this surplus population in certain areas that might be a little difficult to deal with infrastructurally, especially since they're going to be disproportionately going to poorer areas. But I don't know that you're going to see like, oh no, now you got to everyone barricade the door because the criminals are coming. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's happened a couple times. TJ, do you think YouTube has inflated your ego, and if so, how much? No, I think it's deflated my ego. Having to read YouTube comments for however many years it's been. It's like, oh my god. All right. I get it. What do you think about paying people monthly not to break any laws? I don't know. That's a pretty strange notion. Answer my question, you pleb. What is the question now? I don't know. I don't see another question from you. I answered the question. Fuck you. What's the worst song on the best Marilyn Manson album? All right, well, that's a whole lot of subjectivity, obviously. Now, for my money, the best Marilyn Manson album that most... at this point, I listened probably to Pale Emperor and Heaven Upside Down more, but they're more recent. So, if we're going to talk about the one that stood the test of time, for me, it's probably going to be Hollywood. So what's the worst track on Hollywood? Let me just pull this up really quick. I want to make sure I'm thinking of every single song here. What's with the elevator music? Yikes. You need to broaden your horizons, all right? So let me just go through these songs really quick. God Eat God, Love Song, Fight Song, Disposable Teens, Target Audience, President Dead, In the Shadow of the Valley of Death, Crucifixion in Space, A Place in the Dirt, The Nobodies, Death Song, Lamb of God, Born Again, Burning Flag, Coma Black, Valentine's Day, The Fall of Adam, King Kill 33, Count to 6 and Die. Probably The Fall of Adam. I mean, it's barely a song. It's not really a song. Let's not even count that as a song, honestly. I guess it is. I guess you gotta count it as a song. But it's just kind of like, it's almost like just bridging two other songs, so it kind of feels like some kind of weird intermission kind of thing. I don't know, man. All those songs are good. There's not a bad song on it. There's a terrible line here and there. Even though I think it's pretty solid musically, I think there's actually a few spots where the lyrics could have used some more polish. TJ, you know how Elvis impersonation is a thing? I think it'd be extremely lucrative to begin performing your edgy in Dolly Parton drag. Okay, yeah. I'll start doing drag performances as Dolly Parton. Sounds good. Songs like that are called interludes. Thank you. Yes, it's like an interlude. The Fall of Adam, yeah. There has to be a bad song, like the one you could just live without or skip over. No. There's not a song like that on this album. It's a solid fucking album, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I guess if you put a gun to my head and said you gotta skip one, I'm gonna go with The Fall of Adam because it's an interlude. As Sev Black pointed out. Like every time I see a song where I'm like, I guess that one could maybe go, and then I'm like, but there's that one part. I just became a $10 patron and watched the September 9th pre-post show about the last meetup. I don't even remember wandering around the stage or why. Sorry about that. I was so wasted. Lol, lesson learned. It was a strange experience. No, I mean, hey, you lived the rock star life, man. TJ, what's your opinion about Chartres? What? I can't pronounce that. I don't know what you're talking about. What is the best song of the worst Marilyn Manson album? Alright, well, I'm not going to count. Alright, so let me think here. Worst Marilyn Manson album. Probably Eat Me, Drink Me. Best song on Eat Me, Drink Me. Probably If I Was Your Vampire. Yeah, I'd have to say If I Was Your Vampire is probably the best song on the worst Manson album. You kind of look like Aaron Paul in a fat suit. Oh, thank you. Very kind of you to say. What is the worst of Marilyn Manson's best albums? Get out of here with that. It's not a good question. My cat ran away, and he just came back. Good day. Awesome. So, I'm having a lot of animals approach me while I'm sitting on my porch lately. Last night I was sitting on my porch and I heard a commotion to my right. Not really a commotion, but, a little rustling. And I look and there's an opossum. Just probably 3 feet away from me, and I'm like, whoa. Get out of here, dude. And he kind of looked at me for a second, and he turned around and he walked away. And I was like, okay. Interesting. And then, today, I hear a rustling to my left. A little jingling. It sounds like a dog collar. I'm like, Salvador outside? I look, and there's just a pit bull I've never seen before, just kind of standing in my yard. You know, and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, boy? I stood up and he barked at me for a second. I was like, shut up. Chelsea came out and, you know, any apprehension he had towards me, he didn't have any towards her. He just went right up to her. And we ended up looking at his collar and found out he lived a few blocks down and brought him back home. Cute dog. Always thought pit bulls were cute. So I'm curious, you know, had a couple of animal encounters. A lot of strange animals suddenly attracted to my yard. Yeah, I think Chelsea posted something of the dog on her Instagram. See if I can see it there. Yeah, here's the dog here. I was walking around the yard. You see my big fat body. It's supposed to, like, play or something. Oh, there we go. There he is in our car as we're driving him back to his place of origin. There he is, licking Chelsea. TJ, you exude weakness. That's why animals hate you. Animals don't hate me. Make a movie where the aliens brainwash all animals to attack humans. It's dumb enough to work. I feel like it's been done. I couldn't tell you where, but I swear I've seen something like that before. I knew a pit bull that liked to escape and tear our neighbor's cats to shreds. We found one cat in like 6 pieces in our front lawn one of the times. Damn. What's your opinion on cats? Well, my 2 cats are evil, so... Oh, the Cats movie? I don't know. I've not seen that. I suspect that I never will. Almost finished Breaking Bad. What should I watch next? I don't know. Breaking Worse. T, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Yeah, I'm going to try to cut back on filler language, such as like and and you know and stuff like that. Don't forget just. Can you, for the love of God, do a New York City or Philly meetup? I've asked for this the past 3 years. You know, it's possible. Who knows? Who can say? Should Bernie Sanders choose Sarah Palin as his VP? I think the obvious answer to that is absolutely. Studio ain't got the balls to make whiskey and guns, dude. Doesn't that title alone make you feel it would be the greatest Western of all time? Like, what could be a better title for a Western than Whiskey and Guns? But Hollywood doesn't have the balls to give me the $39.8 million I'd need. Mid-budget films is very hard to finance now, you know? Everything's either got to be low budget or super high budget. Maybe it'd be better as a TV series. Maybe I should pitch it to Netflix. Maybe Netflix has the balls. Have you ever seen an Australian Aboriginal girl you thought was attractive? Australian Aborigines. Let's see. I don't know if this chick is actually one or if she's just a model wearing the garb of one. She looks pretty radically different from the other ones here, so I'm going to say no. Yeah, I'm going to say, let's say not really. But, you know. Oh, good evening, Jay. How are you in your fake Harry Potter accent doing tonight? So when does the entertainment start? Starts as soon as you leave and go watch something entertaining, I guess. Would you ever consider firing Scotty? No. No, he's nepotistically locked in. How was my Christmas? It was pretty good. I'm not prank calling Paul. Maybe if I was drunk I would, but I'm not. Want to give us a hint as to what the show tomorrow is? I don't even know. We shot it so long ago, I can't even remember. Tell a childhood story about Scotty. I don't really think that's fun unless he's here to recollect differently and argue about it and stuff. I'm going to take a small intermission, but I will return momentarily. And unlike the mythical Jesus Christ, I have returned. Mustard bagel? Yeah, I don't know. It sounds boring. Praise me. What do you think the best and worst part about being a human is? Best part of being a human is that human females have both a frontal and posterior sexual display. So, whether she's walking towards you or away from you, you have something to look at. So that's good. And worst part about being human, I don't know, probably the existential dread of existence. I know that that's a redundant sentence, but, you know, what are you going to do? Code Whiskey Sky. No, I don't know anybody who did that. I have a question for you. What the hell did you do to Stevie to make him so awkward? What? I didn't do it. He's just an awkward fuck. It's not my... I didn't fucking cause it. If anything, Scotty caused that shit. Yeah, Scotty's fault. Will Stevie eventually master the forge? You know, I tried to convince him to, and he said he would, but he never did. So I feel bad. You know, that's Stevie's problem. No follow through on the ambitions that I try to instill in him. Master the goddamn forge. Do you think the future will ever get awesome? What do you mean? I mean, the future is always going to be both awesome and terrible. I mean, didn't you see the story floating around today that they're inventing these like gloves so you can like touch things on the internet now, and everyone knows like what that's going to be used for. You finally be able to grab a pair of fucking internet titties. Hey, Swagta. Master the forge just to hold it over, Stevie. I don't have time to master the forge. Tits. That's right, Jay. Tits indeed. I kind of wish one of these streams would have like death metal or ska punk for contrast. No. Curse you for even suggesting such a thing. It's all mellow jazz here on this stream. That's how we roll here. If that ain't your speed, I don't know, find somewhere else to be. You could also use them to jerk off a giant dick. I mean, you could use them for all kinds of shit. TJ, on long road trips, do you like to drive or passenger? I like to stay home. What's your favorite song to listen to high as fuck? I don't know. I don't feel like being high really changes how I perceive music very much. Yo, what up, TJ? I kind of hate you and don't necessarily respect to you. Damn. Well, I'm gonna be losing some sleep over that, Jean-Luc. You don't necessarily respect to me. Drat. Love you, TJ. Awesome. Not. I actually love you. Well, I love you too, since you resurrected. Not. I thought that died like 25 years ago. So, bringing it back. It's about time. What are you passionate about right now? I'm only ever passionate about stupid things. Do you listen to podcasts? No. I only make them. TJ, did you have any hot teachers? Not really. No, most of my teachers were pretty ugly. Mediocre to ugly. But one of my best teachers ever was one of the ugliest, so... Bohemian Grove. Nah, I'm good. I'm not in all that stupid chanting and nonsense. Does Stevie ever go duck hunting? I don't know. I know he goes deer hunting sometimes. I don't know about ducks. Is St. Louis the worst city? No, probably not. Have you seen The Witcher? No. I watched the trailer. I didn't think it looked very interesting to me. Yeah, I did hear about the shooting at the church today, yeah. Saw the video. I know you hate Ray Liotta, but you gotta admit he was good. I'm sorry, great in Goodfellas. I'll admit that Goodfellas was great. I don't know if he was great in it, but I'm biased. Have you bought your water filters yet? No. Did you ever see the movie Hard Target with Van Damme? Kind of lackluster, but the premise of a bunch of cannibals hunting people is interesting. No, I've never seen it, nor have I even heard of it, honestly. But, I'm not usually too impressed with the, oeuvre of Mr. Jean-Claude Van Damme. But, who knows? I don't think I could ever forgive him for the time I had to watch Time Cop. Still feel kind of traumatized by that one. I had the Impossible Whopper today. Most flavorless thing ever. Yeah, I guess I've been meaning to see what that's all about. I do buy the Beyond Meat patties sometimes, so I don't know how they compare to that. But those are alright. I don't really feel like they taste like real meat, but they're good for what they are. Can you explain your brother's plan to invade Canada? No, that's up to him. Don't complain. My family rented and made me watch Time Cop 2. You don't know pain, TJ. Alright. You definitely... I mean, I've had to watch some pretty awful movies, but... I just think about how bad Time Cop was, and then I think about how bad sequels are, and then I think about the fact that I didn't even know there was a Time Cop 2, and then I imagine how bad Time Cop 2 is. And I would have to say your pain was considerable. So, I'm sorry for what you've been through. What's my favorite cheese? A very, very sharp Vermont white cheddar. I know that cheddar is a pedestrian sort of cheese to the cheese snobs, but I don't give a fuck. It's delicious. Is an armed guard doing their job really a victory for the good guy with a gun narrative? Well, some people were contesting that it was saying it was not an armed guard, it was just a parishioner, or that it was a volunteer. Some people said it was a retired police officer. I don't know. There's a lot of different stories floating around right now. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I would say it's either way. Yeah, I mean, it's a guy with a gun who shot the other guy with a gun and stopped him. So, regardless of what position he was in, I mean, yeah, I would say it did something to bolster the narrative. How bad is Time Cop? We watched it for a commentary, I think. I feel like we did that. Oh, chairman of the board. No, I don't think we're ever... I'm never gonna bring that forth as a suggestion. To me, that's the hardest ones to watch are, bad comedies, because there's only so many ways you can just be like, this isn't funny, this isn't funny, this isn't funny, this isn't funny. I'd rather watch something that was meant to be taken somewhat seriously and mock it and try to make it funny, rather than take something that's not funny and just suffer. I watched parts of the movie where Eddie Murphy could only say 1,000 words. It was pain. The weird thing about that movie is it really doesn't sound like that bad of a premise, but my understanding is it's a really wretched movie. It doesn't seem like the idea is inherently bad. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's inherently good either. But I don't know. Seems like you could do something with the premise. Discuss humanity hunting humans for sport. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be interested because it sounds like a lot of work. I've never been hunting. I've never been attracted to hunting. So, I don't see why, making it more difficult would entice me. Somehow I never watched Demolition Man. How the hell did I miss that movie? I don't know. But it is sort of a masterpiece. Have you seen The Forbidden Zone? I don't think I have. It sounds real schlocky, which... You would be the prey for the hunters in training. Talk about shooting fish in a barrel. They'd be like, all right, we're going to give you a fucking 10-minute head start. It's like, whatever. Just fucking shoot me. I don't give a fuck. That's all I need. The Forbidden Zone. I want to see what this is. Oh yeah, that looks schlocky. If you could only pick one thing, what is the absolute worst thing about Rise of Skywalker? For me, it would definitely be the film's terrible pacing, especially in the first half of the film, where it just feels like so much is crammed in to try to, I guess, repair the damage created by the Johnson entry into the series. And the fact that it's all done through exposition and there's never a moment to let anything breathe, or there's never any slow moments to let things sink in. It's just da 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 da. I don't know. I think it's a pretty miserable experience, cinematically speaking. But, I don't know. Maybe it would work. Maybe the pace would work if it was more of a visual storytelling. Because I feel like the pace of, like, say, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was kind of similar, but that was a very visual storytelling kind of thing. It was minimal exposition. And there was some. But, so much of that movie, Rise of Skywalker, was just long, tedious, expository speeches. It was like I was watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z or something. But not as charming. I love Hobo with a Shotgun. Yeah, I've seen Mandy. Good movie. uh, Good gob, guys. We got him on Star Wars. No, I mean I'm not going off. I've unleashed that. I've said it. I mean, there's a specific question about it. That's something I'll answer, but I'm not gonna. Hopefully, go off on a tangent. After I saw Star Wars Episode 9 with my squad, we put on your review after and they loved it. Had no idea what DFF even was. Cool. Well, I'm glad that they enjoyed our misery at the film. I'm assuming they probably felt similarly. If Rey went Super Saiyan, it would be more convincing than her actual character arc. I'm not convinced that she had an arc. I guess that maybe she did, but I mean, very shallow one over the course of 3 fucking films. Do you think Baby Yoda is cute? You know, I don't really see the big deal about the thing, but whatever. My wife likes it, so if that's what it takes to get her into a Star Wars property, then I haven't heard a single fan of Episode 9 address any of the legitimate critiques that people like you, Scotty, and Paul have put forth. They brush it all off, such as opinions of contrarian haters. Yeah, people don't like to argue their positions very much anymore. There was a time when I feel like people were more open to those sorts of debates, but now it's just like, ugh, hater! You just want to hate? It's like, no, I really don't want to hate. I'd really like to like it, but I can't because it sucks, and here's why. Ugh! You just hate. So I tweeted about this last night. I don't know how many of you guys watching this are Trekkies, or Trekkers. But there's a really annoying preponderance of episodes of Star Trek Voyager where B'Elanna Torres is forced once again to come to terms with her Klingon heritage. And every single one of them, she ends the episode like, wow, I have a newfound appreciation of my Klingon heritage. And then, next thing you know, she's right back to hating it and the reset button is just hit like it's a fucking sitcom. She's got to learn it all over again through some new sci-fi adventure. And man, it's just it's every time there's one of those episodes, I can't take it, man. I watch Star Trek shows, or a lot of times those are my like go to bed shows. Like, I'm tired, don't really want to think. I'll just watch an episode of one of these Star Trek shows for the 12 billionth time. But I definitely skip those at this point. Is Voyager worth a watch? I've honestly been thinking about making a video on that very topic because the answer is complicated. I feel like it's very complicated. I'm not comfortable giving that a yes or no. You know, like if I said to you, "Oh yeah, totally worth watching," I'd be like, "Ooh, you know, what am I really sending this guy into?" But if I said no, I'd be like, "Oh, but then he's gonna miss all this stuff." So I guess the most simple answer is that it's a fucking highly mixed bag, and that you're gonna have to fucking suffer to get to some nuggets of gold. I think I might make that video, honestly, because it is a complicated answer. Like the larger answer. I would say, if you're looking at Voyager up against TNG and DS9, some of the things I'd say about it is the overall cast is not as good, but there are some really great characters. But the characters are not written as consistently, and plots are ridiculously reused over and over again, and there are some opportunities that the series has that it just does not take, frustratingly, given its premise. But there's a lot of good stuff in Voyager. I mean, there's some really fucking epic shit, and occasionally it'll do something that you really wouldn't see another one of the Treks doing. Like, I think Voyager probably contains the most pessimistic episode of Star Trek. You know, people think, oh, well, DS9 is the subversive one. And for the most part, they're right, but there's an episode of Voyager that just sneers at the very idea of the Gene Roddenberry optimism. I don't want to tell you what it is, because you know, it doesn't really make sense on its own. You actually have to have seen a previous episode. But if I tell you that one, then you're going to see the twist coming. So you just have to watch through. When you get to it, you'll fucking know. I mean, honestly, the first few seasons of all those Trek shows are kind of awkward, but I don't necessarily endorse skipping them. At least not on a first viewing. Maybe if you revisit them, be like, I don't need to see season 1 and 2 again. Best TNG episode, Ship in a Bottle for me. Let me try to remember what one that was. Ship in a Bottle. Blah, 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 blah. What's the plot? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, the second Moriarty episode. You know, my personal favorite episode as it's not really a very exciting episode. It's there's no major battles or huge stakes or anything. It's a pretty straightforward episode, just called Data's Day, and it's basically just what it says it is. It's just Data going about his fucking day and his observations, and I don't know. It's just a little nice character study episode. They're kind of quiet. I always like the Data episodes, honestly. It's, you know, Measure of Man is great. The one where he's got to convince those people to evacuate that planet. It's going to be destroyed by the, or their colony is going to be destroyed by the Shellyak, I think. It's the name of the race. They never appear again. The one about the collector stealing data is good. Yeah, that's called The Inner Light, I think. Camel Toe Walk. Could be mistaken on that episode title. The Flute episode, yeah. You know, probably my favorite episode of Voyager is an episode called Living Witness, where Voyager's doctor, who is a hologram, is activated 700 years after... it's like a backup version of him is activated 700 years after Voyager visited this planet and was involved in some sort of historically significant event that has been sort of lied about. And there's these racial tensions between these two different species who live on the planet. And you know, I thought it'd be really easy to just make the species with more grievances be the one who's right, but actually they're wrong, and they were the aggressors in this old conflict, and the doctor being the only living witness to these events actually inflames a race war on the planet, which is eventually quelled and stuff. But worst Picard-centric episode. I never cared for any of the episodes where Picard finds love. There weren't a lot of them. There was only like 3 or 4, but ugh. I don't like him as a romantic character. He's no Kirk. Picard's dick should remain dry, or he should get it wet between episodes, not during them. That's where I'm at on that. Sorry. Every time I hear a politician talk about how divided our country is, I just tune out at this point. Do you have the same response? Yeah, pretty much. I don't know why so many people are so pessimistic about the new Picard series. I notice there's a lot of, like, naysayers already. I'm hopeful that it'll be good. But it seems like a lot of people are already determined to take issue with it. But it would really be nothing new. So many Star Trek shows have been maligned, you know, in their own time, and then appreciated later, including the original. So. Is that how Discovery opens or something? Because I've never seen it. This space fist fight thing you're talking about. Is that Discovery or what is that? Yeah, Paul needs to finish Shyamalan in reverse, dude. He wants to take that trip down Steelmanville Road, but he hasn't even taken that trip down Shyamalan in reverse yet. Have you known any hoarders in real life, TJ? No, not that I can think of. I'm not particularly interested in knowing a hoarder. Alan. No, I never could get into Enterprise either. Don't know why. I think it was the theme song. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. It's time for me to urinate. But that's good shit. Money equals privilege because having money as a father makes you 10 times more likely to be actually involved in your child's upbringing. Okay. I don't think anyone could deny money equals privilege. It's a very limited example you gave. There's lots of ways where money is privilege. I mean, if you have enough money, you can just outright, like, meet with anybody you need to at any time. Like, any billionaire can be like, I want to talk to Trump. And just, make the phone call. I want to talk to the President of the United States because I have money. And it's like, oh yeah, of course. Why not? Ever heard of Graham Stephan? No. I can tell you right now that 95% of the time when people ask me if I've heard of such and such, the answer is no. Don't be a smart ass, Brian. Smoldering hot takes. Oh yeah. The hottest takes in town. We're just a hot take printing press here in this chat. Man, you really think you're gonna get me with that Mike Hawk shit? Oh, Mike Hawk. Oh my god, it sounds like Mike Hawk. Oh my god. Scandalous. Any foods in particular that you dislike? I've never been a big fan of, like, pasta salads, I guess. I don't really care for, what are they called? Seafood, little pucks, scallops? Yeah. Don't really care for scallops. Not really a big fan of crab cakes. Yeah, I don't think there's really very many foods I dislike, but there's a handful. Yeah, I'm growing my beard out. Most seafood is pretty disgusting. I don't really agree with that. I'm a pretty big fan of most seafood. I like most fish, if it's made well. I like lobster. I like crab. Crab legs. I like lump crab meat. I like eel. I like shrimp. Not a big fan of calamari, actually. TJ, ever notice you're more likely to answer someone's comment if they address you in it? Yeah, you're not even the first to point that out. I don't have any allergies as far as I know. Do you think the new Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet, is a spin-off of Inception? I don't know. I'm not being overwhelmed with the trailer so far. I can tell you that. I'm just kind of like, You know, if Christopher Nolan wasn't attached to this, I don't think I'd even be mildly curious. Have you ever paid to do a meet and greet with Manson? I did, and he's pretty cool to meet in person. No. Never done that. I'm glad you found it worth it, though. I think Money is talking about his own father at that point. I think that's what's going on there. I don't know. I had difficulty with the comment, too. But that's what I gathered. He's got some daddy issues. But don't we all? If you have to pay to meet your idols, doesn't that undermine the whole thing? I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know. Hold on. Is Joe Rogan really as genuine off camera as he is on? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what do you think? Like the camera clicks off and he's like, "Oh, finally, I'm free from having to entertain those rogues." It's like, you know, he's the same dude. I mean, it's not putting on airs or anything. Which fast food place has the best chicken nuggets? I don't really care. I'm not really a big chicken nugget person. If I go to a fucking burger place, I get a burger. I don't get fucking chicken nuggets. Deep dish or thin crust pizza? I'm usually more of a thin crust, but deep dish can be good. Do you hate chicken nuggets, or is it just because burgers are better? It's just because burgers are better. I don't hate a chicken nugget. If someone has a fucking big thing of chicken nuggets, I'm not like, fuck, I don't need no chicken nuggets. I'm gonna steal those. So I mean, I'm definitely open to them, but I don't know. It's a pretty rare day where I'm more in the mood for a chicken nugget than I am a fucking hamburger. TJ, did YouTube give you a plaque for reaching 1 million subs? Yeah, it's around here somewhere. You can tell how much it means to me. Maybe one of these times I'll just I'll get a burger and then I'll just put some chicken nuggets on the burger. I made a steak the other day and it was terrible. Any tips on how to properly cook a steak? Well, Blood Haze, the first thing I'd have to ask you is what was the cut of that steak? Was it a filet? Was it a New York strip? Was it a ribeye? And while you're getting to that, I'll answer some other people. What did you like about Avatar: The Last Airbender? The movie? Because that was terrible. I guess the show was pretty good. It was a New York strip. Okay, so where did you cook it? Did you cook it on a stovetop? Did you cook it on a grill? Did you cook it in the oven? I joined Twitter under protest today. How are you not verified? Ugh. Nothing. You know, none of these companies like me. You need to form a nice crust on the outside. What are you talking about, sir? Stovetop, okay. Do you have a cast iron skillet? Or do you just have like a normal pan? Like Teflon kind of thing. I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions, but these are... I need to know what you're working with here. So, I guess I can just start answering your question. So, I can't tell you how you should cook that piece of meat, but I'll tell you what I do. If I'm cooking New York strip inside, first of all, I'm using my cast iron. So before I even start to cook the steaks, I'm going to let them sit out at room temperature for long enough for them to get room temperature. So, that's going to be probably 30 minutes or something. You don't want to let them sit out too long because, bacteria can form and stuff like that. But let them sit out a little while. You don't want them cold when you put them on. But put some salt and pepper on them, both sides. Go in the pan. You want some fresh rosemary, some fresh thyme. Keep them right on the sprigs. Put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Oh, if you're using a cast iron, just go ahead and preheat it for a while, because you're going to want to try to get like a sear on the steak. So get a sear going, put some heat into it, like put them at like a medium high heat, somewhere around there, depending on how powerful your stove is and shit. Let the fucking thing heat up, put some olive oil on there, and people will say like a tablespoon or all that, but like, I don't know, I say put more than that. Like, get enough where you can kind of got like a little puddle of it. Fucking throw the steak on there. It'll start sizzling. Throw some fucking sprigs of thyme and rosemary and some like little garlic cloves and shit around the steak. Don't put it on it or anything. Just near it. Let it kind of get in the oil. Just sear it for like 2 or 3 minutes on that side. Turn it around. You'll know by the look of it if you got it right. Get a big ass scoop of fucking butter. Put it on top. Let the butter start melting. Put some garlic on top of the butter. If you got some garlic butter, you can make garlic butter pretty easy. If you get like some minced garlic at the store, then just mix it with some fucking room temperature butter. Put a big ass fucking scoop of that on top. Like bigger than you would. If you fucking look at it and you say that's too much butter, then that's probably enough butter. But just enough. You might even want to go a little more, go crazy with it. Drown that motherfucker in butter. Give it another 2 or 3 minutes. To get that sear going. Then reduce the heat to just kind of like let it cook through. Because, it's a fattier cut of meat, so you're not going to want to just have it. You're probably not going to want to eat it raw or something, because there's a lot of fat on a New York strip. So, let it cook down a little bit. Some people even kind of transfer it in the oven. You might want to have your oven, like, preheated to, like, 350, 375 or something like that. Pop it in there. If you got a cast iron, you can put it right in the fucking oven, so that's good. But, that'd be basically how I do it. And you get a pretty good steak with that method. Why are so many people afraid of atheists? Whenever I tell people I'm one, they look at me like I killed their dog. I don't know. You should start making cooking videos, TJ. You know, I think there's far too many people out there making videos about things that they barely know a goddamn thing about. You know, I am interested in making cooking videos at some point, but I think that I'd like to be much better in the kitchen than I am. I still consider myself someone who's learning. You know, I've only been cooking seriously for, you know, I can measure it in months, not years. So I think it's, you know, it'd be a giant leap for me to be like, oh, I'm going to teach others how to cook now when I'm still, you know, have so much to learn. Well, did you? Did I what? What happened? How long in the oven? For the steaks? If you do like 350, I'd say put it in there for like 10 minutes and check it. You know, if you got a meat thermometer, you can look up online what, like, you know, if you're doing New York strip, I really recommend you go to at least medium on the motherfucker, because it's such a fatty cut of meat. I mean, I don't know. If I'm doing a fillet, I'm going fucking medium rare, or maybe even rare. But on a New York strip, I want it at least medium. So figure out what the temperature for a steak is at medium in the center. Stick your meat thermometer in the center of the steak and fucking see if it's there. You know? And you can just look that up online. I don't know offhand what that is. I think it's something like 120, 130. I guess I can look it up just to satisfy my own curiosity at this point. So the temperature at the center of the steak should be at 145 to get it cooked to medium. So if you have a meat thermometer of some kind, you know, you put the steak in the oven for like 10 minutes after you seared both sides. You know, just check on the check in the oven, see if it's up to like 145 in the center of the steak. And if it is, you got yourself at least a medium steak. If it's like in the 130 to 135 range, that's like a medium rare. So, but yeah, you can easily look that up because I'm not getting that from the Dome. GJ over here talking about steaks like a wise guy while I'm over here eating hot Cheetos and Sour Patch Kids together. You know, I mean, that's good too. Fuck. I mean, a hot Cheeto is not a bad thing. I love hot Cheetos. Sour Patch Kids, I can give or take, but them hot Cheetos are pretty fucking good. Okay, bye, Brian. Would your cooking videos be edgy? I guess. I don't know. Do you like steak sauce with your steaks, TJ? Yeah, I mean, you know, depends on the steak. I mean, if you go to get like a kind of like lesser cut of steak, you know, a steak sauce can be fun. I don't know. Maybe, you know, sometimes even a nice steak, you know, you might just be in the mood for a fucking sauce. Some people want to shame you for it, like, oh, you should just, enjoy the flavor of the meat. You don't need no sauce. But hey, if you want a sauce, fuck that motherfucker. Drown that motherfucker. If you want to take a fucking $80 steak and put some fucking Heinz 57 on it or A1, you go right ahead. You know? Do what the fuck makes you happy. It's your fucking taste buds. You do what makes them happy. Fuck what someone else thinks tastes good. Did you enjoy Epic Mealtime back in the day? No. Salt and lime is a must for flank steak. Yeah, I haven't really cooked any flank steak, so I don't know, but that does sound good. I think I might have cooked some flank steak for a beef with broccoli recipe, maybe. But I could be mistaken on that. Get you some A1, man. That shit's good. Fondue, you know. Sure. You know. Not something I'm going on my way for, but I don't see why not. What's your favorite wildly unhealthy meal? I don't know, man. There's a lot. That's a broad fucking category. You know, biscuits and gravy is great. I just made some biscuits and gravy the other day. That was pretty fun. That's definitely not the healthiest thing in the world. Did I see the LSU game versus Oklahoma? No, I didn't. I didn't spot that one. Oh my god, a pizza would be so good right now. I have pizzas in my freezer. Should I do it? Fuck. I don't know. Is that a little much? 1:05 in the morning. TJ cooks a pizza. Fuck. Sounds so good, though. What health food is actually pleasurable to eat? I mean, like, I like apples, you know? I'm a big apple fan. The fruit, not the evil corporation. You know, especially like the Granny Smith apples. I eat them a lot. You know, everyone, my love of bananas is renowned, so people know I love that. Pizza stream. All right. Well, hold on. Give me a second then. First thing I need to do is go preheat my oven. I will be right back. You know, if humanity has a greater achievement than frozen pizza, I don't know. I don't know what it is. This stream greater than The Godfather 2. It's nearly longer at this point. Only a stoner would make pizza at 1 a.m. Man, fuck you. Pizza at 1 a.m. is the meal of the gods, my good sir. See, Jareth knows. Cook an egg on top of the pizza. I ain't doing no crazy shit. I'm making a fucking pizza. I'm not ruining it with some fucking egg. You know? Like, leave me alone with that. We ain't doing that stupid shit. Do you have a poopy fetish? No. But, you know, if someone out there does, good for them. I was actually reading a story the other day on Reddit where some dude was talking about how he had, like, this shit fetish, and then he tried it in real life, and he immediately was just like, oh my god, this is horrible. He's like, yeah, shit in my mouth, baby. And then she did. He's like, oh, this is horrible. Like, what did you think it was going to taste like, man? On all of his fantasies, it tasted like fucking chocolate. I don't know. Pour ramen noodles on top of the pizza. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go right ahead and do that. Oh my god, this pizza is gonna be so fucking good. Pour hot Cheetos on top of the pizza. I love how I let you guys know I'm not doing any strange things to the pizza, and instantly there's just like a plethora of suggestions like, oh, do this, do this. No. You put hot sauce on your pizza? Yeah, sometimes. Boil the pizza. Pour a can of chili on the pizza. I have a giant thing of Tabasco here. So maybe there will be some Tabasco on the pizza. I don't know. Got some red pepper flakes. Got some Parmesan. You know. Who knows what'll happen to this pizza. Try to anally digest the pizza. Oh no, I'm not falling for that again. TJ, put some pizza on your pizza. Wow. The decadence. Let's see if that oven's preheated. fucking pizza. It needs... I don't know why I'm cursing the pizza. It's the oven. It's pissing me off. I went in there, it was still preheating. I fucking, laid down some aluminum foil on my cutting board because it was kind of dirty. I just heard it do its little beep that lets me know it's preheated, so of course it happens right as I sit back down. Ovens are not accommodating to stoners. That's true. But cats are. While you were making pizza and live streaming, Stevie studied the forge. I wish he would. What will you do when the world is ending, TJ? Hopefully I'll have enough time to bake a pizza. Sorry, my mind is pretty much singularly focused on this pizza at this point. Is there a cure yet for toxoplasmosis? Not as far as I know. No, I've never listened to Tool's new album. Or I haven't yet, I should say, I guess. I don't know. You're the star now, Devil Cat. This is now a cat stream. Just like the stream for the cat. Thank you. Or I should say the cat thanks you. Does your PC run entirely on Edge? Oh yeah. Everything runs on Edge. Tasty, tasty Edge. Is life better in black and white? Oh, yeah. What kind of pizza are you making? Oh, you just have to stay tuned and find out. These are the kind of burning questions that will be answered. Now that the world is burning, you are all woefully unprepared, except for Stevie, for he has mastered the forge. Do I like milk? Yeah, I do. Especially when there's chocolate in it. You look like a Davidge Pavel tonight. I don't know what that is. Will you eat the pizza on stream? Oh, yeah. TJ is such a boomer using an oven timer instead of his phone. Yeah. Especially since this timer is way less accurate. But I like it. It's nifty. TJ wills all the light in the room into being white because he's too lazy to use a filter. What? Fat guy eats pizza live. Oh, so hot. I miss Tony Blair. Why? TJ, what do you think of Gordon Ramsay? I think he's fun. Minority crime rates, DFF. Oh yeah, YouTube will love that. The Wojcicki will be like, oh, so good. I'll never censor you guys now. Mukbang. What is it? What the fuck's a mukbang? Someone remind me what the fuck that means, please. Oh, hey, TJ Stream. Thanks for coming to me tonight while I vid ya. Alright. I want to see Spawn get on his knees and shoot a bulldog out of his chest. What? Yeah. Amen. Me too. Don't we all? Suddenly have the urge to buy Coca-Cola, huh? Wonder what it could be. Thoughts on pepperoni and pineapple? Rise of Skywalker, question mark, out of 10. Yeah, I think that's an appropriate rating. It's a video of a person eating. That doesn't deserve the term mukbang. A mukbang, that sounds like something that should be way cooler than a person eating something on a fucking video. It sounds like a bunch of... That sounds like it should be like a fucking... You know, a bunch of people fucking in the mud or something. Should be a muddy orgy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce whatever the fuck that is. Mukbang. TJ. Yeah. What's up, Gene? Mean Gene. Change this up a little, man. What/who would you consider the most terrifying villain you've ever seen on screen? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I usually don't find villains terrifying. Usually they're the only ones who have a motive that makes sense in a fucking movie, so... I am not vibing with this switch in background music at all. Damn, life is hard. What'll happen next, you know? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. No, we're doing classical now. Fuck you. The jazz era is over. We need a change in aesthetic, too, to correspond with this new direction. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, now we're just pure black. Whatever. We can just stick with this look, I guess. I don't know if there's a negative option here. Let me see. I guess there's some other things I could try. What does this do? What this do? Oh, that's kind of weird. This. What does this do? Nothing. All right. Apply LUT. All right. LUT it up, motherfucker. Well, that don't do nothing. What does this do? Whoa. Crazy. Counting down, man. Man, whatever. Just fuck all y'all. Where's this pizza at? Come on, motherfucker. Count down. Get to 0. Yeah, fuck background music. I don't need no damn music to enhance my shit. I'll just exist. That's all you need. There ain't 5 minutes left. It's practically fucking counted down. You see that shit? It's all this glare all of a sudden. Don't glare, motherfucker. No glare allowed. Hey, Sal. Where you go? Doggo. Doggo. Doggo, doggo. Hey, baby. What up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. No? Nope. Fucking talking about right there. Now comes the worst part. Waiting for the fucking pizza to cool. Fuck this part. Because the pizza's out. And it's there. And it should be eaten. But instead, I have to wait for it to fucking cool. Because otherwise I'll burn the top of my mouth. And I'll cry. Yeah, motherfucker. Put it in the freezer again like a man, TJ. Damn. It's pretty hardcore. This pizza has become everything. Nothing matters. How is your family's sick lab? He's been doing better. He's finally healthy enough to get a bath again, so I guess Chelsea's going to be giving him a bath soon. TJ, will you grow your hair long again? I don't know. Who can say? For history is unwritten. Well, history is written. The future is unwritten. Reverse vomit that pizza. Hell yeah, bro. Let me go cut that motherfucker. I'm going to make you guys look at this stream. Low energy content. Make TJ 2011 again. Man, I feel like there's too much high energy content at this point. Every time I fucking click on a damn video that sounds remotely interesting, some dude gets on there, he's like, yo, bro, it's fucking the. And I'm like, I can't take it. Go away. Get out of here. It's like, man, just chill. Somewhere between that guy and like a pimp monk, there's got to be like a happy medium energy level, you know? Like a lot of videos, I just like skip over the intros and just get to whatever they're fucking doing. Like there's that YouTube channel, Good Mythical Morning, where they do like, oh, we're gonna fucking check out all these foods against each other. Like, let's see if we can, do like a blind taste test and try chicken nuggets from all these places or whatever the fuck. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then they get on there and it's like, ugh, why do I have to listen to you guys talk first? Just get to the part where you're fucking eating the damn nuggets or whatever the fuck you're doing. They should have me edit stuff for people who hate people and have ADD. That's the point. But there is pizza now. Where'd it go? That's not a pizza. That's a keyboard. Yeah. Doesn't it look so appealing in black and white, That's there. Little pepperoni there. Do whisper ASMRs make you cringe? I don't really understand what is the purpose of an ASMR thing? Like, what does it do for people? Is it like relaxing or is it sexual? I mean, I don't really get it. Because I watch it, I'm just like, this is boring and sucks. So, do you know the ASMR thing, baby? You don't get it either? Yeah, I don't really understand it. Chew in mic, please. Okay. It's whatever you want it to be. What is ASMR? Okay, well, I want it to be entertaining and not ASMR. That's what I want it to be. Fuck that ASMR. And anyone who likes it because they are dumb. ASMR calms you down and releases a chemical in your brain that calms anxiety. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Wow, that was a lousy chew. Sorry, I'm not a professional at this. I didn't know that this was, so important. I didn't know the chewing sound was so vital to the experience. Eat more slimy sounding. I don't really do much chewing. I hate when people post a YouTube video that leads you to believe it's a raw video of something crazy, but it's actually an idiot talking about what happened. Hey, that's the foundation of YouTube, dude. Don't criticize that. Chemicals. Doesn't literally every experience you have release some kind of chemicals? Fuck. ASMR relieves anxiety by releasing chemicals. Did you know that? That's what happens. How do you think you would do in a hot dog eating contest? I think I'd win and then the footage would be mysteriously lost. Yeah, I have a lighter. Chew each bite 50 times. I ain't got the patience for that shit. I can't really say this pizza is undercooked, but it's not as cooked as I prefer it to be. It's like right on that edge, but just want you to know you helped me realize there is no God and leave the Mormon church. Well, damn, dude, now you don't get your own planet or anything. Mormons have the best heaven. I'd say that they definitely win on the heaven front. Christians pretty much have. The Christians don't have the total lamest heaven, but you can clearly see that heavens improve as they go. Like, because these religions were definitely trying to top each other. Because, like, early versions of heaven are just like, you got to work and shit still. And, like, but the fields will be bountiful. So that people couldn't even envision the paradise of, like, you don't have to work anymore. They're just like, oh, there's no winter or whatever the fuck. And then it's like, oh, well, Christians are like, fuck that. It's going to be like eternal bliss. Everything's just going to be fucking wonderful forever. But it was too vague. So the Muslims are like, there's going to be all kinds of pussy and like cool fruits and stuff. And there's like a nice garden and everything's super good. And then the Mormons are like, fuck that. You get to like be God of your own fucking planet and you make the rules and call the shots. And you can just do whatever the fuck you want. And you get to have like endless celestial sex with all these fucking angels and shit and bear a bunch of fucking like spirit children that go off and do their own thing on their own planets and shit. And it's like, all right. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the next iteration of heaven is. I want to see how they're going to top the Mormon heaven. It's a fucking tough one. It's a tough nut to crack, but someone out there will fucking invent it. Uh-huh. Just to let you know, you had no impact on me becoming an atheist. I was my cousin's baptism and thought this is silly. Damn, you were your cousin's baptism? That sounds mildly kinky. Yeah, if you become famous enough, the Mormons will just convert you after death. That's kind of cool. So you don't even have to believe their stupid religion. You can just be like, live your life how you want, and then later the Mormons are like, you are a Mormon, and then you get to go to Mormon heaven anyway. It's like, okay, cool. Sick. What's your idea of a perfect heaven? I mean, like I said, the Mormon heaven is the champion right now. Who doesn't want to be God of their own planet? It's like sim fucking Earth, but real, you know? Yeah, I baptized my cousin all night long, baby. A heaven based around Trump will be their next version. Oh, yeah. I forgot about how great Trump is, dude. When you get to heaven, you'll just be able to suck Trump's dick 24/7 and your mouth won't not get tired or nothing. You just suck Trump's dick forever and ever. It's paradise. I love all those people that chop their balls off to be in that Heaven's Gate cult, dude. That was pretty funny. I just feel so much better now that I don't have my balls anymore. They were really holding me back. Stovecore sucks. Klingon Heaven is pretty fucking lame. Yeah, Trump's gaudy ass mansion does kind of look like heaven, like the Christian ideal of heaven. Everything's all gold and shit. Nerd. We will cross the river of blood together. One person's heaven could be someone else's hell. Whoa. If you really want to just have the ultimate litmus test where everyone goes where they deserve, but it's still the same place, just plunge every soul into darkness. Not oblivion, but like just a realm of pure consciousness. Only your conscious mind exists, and the only thing to keep you company are your own thoughts for all eternity. So, the people who'd never spent a day of their lives thinking are basically just going to be stuck in a fucking hell of like, man, remember that one episode of fucking MASH? I don't know. Wish I could watch that again. What would you rate that pizza out of 10? Uh, I don't know, 6. If it was a little bit more cooked, I think I'd probably give it a 7. But that's about as high as it would go. Ain't bad, though. Ain't bad at all. For a frozen pizza at 1:57 a.m., you know, I'm satisfied. Are we hanging out on the stream, or is the stream hanging out on us? Dun dun dun. Wow, the most profound philosophical question of our age. You really made me think super hard. Yeah, gays don't get no heaven. All gays go to hell. Hell. Everyone knows that. Bah. TJ, I'm drunk and in a foreign state. What should I do? What do you mean a foreign state? You mean like, is that a foreign country, or are you just in a different state than you're normally in? Well, I'm going to take one last little break here, and I'll be back to do one last little run of questions before I retire for the evening. But yeah, I will be back for the final fucking run of this shit. So stay tuned to see what happens on the season finale of this fucking stupid ass stream. Bye. But not permanent bye. Just bye for a second. Stay here. Home stretch. Final run. I thought Jeb was an acronym. Like his name is not Jebediah. It's like John Emmett Bush or some shit like that. And he just goes by Jeb because it's the fucking acronym. How doth a man who has interest in a male friend get to expressing said interests? I don't know. I usually just favor a direct approach to shit like that. Yo, friend, I know that we're friends and all, but, you know, I was wondering if it'd ever be a possibility I could get some of that dick. And then they're like, no, that is abhorrent to me. I do not wish that. And then you say, ha ha, I merely said that in jest. Let us never speak of this again. You know? That's weird because it also does it does a DC Comics thing, you know, because DC stands for Detective Comics. So technically, when you say DC Comics, it's Detective Comics Comics. And since Jeb is an acronym, it means it's. I'm just gonna say John Emmett. I don't know if that's what it is. John Emmett Bush Bush. Sounds like a horrible plan. Like most things in life, it is. Well, what's your plan? You know, I mean, like you gonna fucking like slowly fucking. Oh, I'm gonna fucking see if I can like, you know, manipulate him into being gay for me or whatever the fuck, you know. Live in the current universe or live in an alternate universe where the new Star Wars trilogy is good, but Hillary is president. I mean, whatever. I'll take it. Sure. I don't really think it matters that much. I'd rather have a good Star Wars trilogy than give a shit about who the fucking president is between these two fake parties. I'm gonna fucking figure out what the fuck this motherfucker's name is. God damn it. John Ellis. So I was pretty close. John Ellis Bush. I'm John Ellis Bush, but you could call me Jeb. Fucking shit. I'm the John Ellis Bush, everybody. Yeah, good idea. John Ellis Bush was a mighty, mighty man. And he's gonna save America. He has got a plan. Maybe Jeb can run again when Trump is done, dude. You know? Trump wins re-election. Maybe Jeb. Jeb is next. It's time to go back to sensible politics, everybody. I'm Jeb Bush. I'd prefer to live in a universe where a Cats movie doesn't exist. Why? Like, what is it doing to you? Is it like forcing itself into your fucking life somehow? Because I can honestly say it hasn't affected my life very much at all. Cats movie comes out, it's like, oh my god, the Cats movie is, um, what's it doing again? Nothing. It's kind of there. If anything, man, it sounds like it might be fucking so bad it's good. Like the things I'm hearing about it are just like, what? What then, huh? That's what happens in it? I don't know. I want to fucking see the thing, honestly. I ain't gonna pay to see it in theaters, but when that shit comes out on video on demand or something, I'll be fucking watching it. Because I'm just curious how bad it really is. The plot details that I've heard, they just blow my fucking mind. I had to walk out halfway through. Dude, why'd you go? I've never walked out of a movie, so I don't think I'd walk out of that one. I don't know, maybe one day there will be a movie where I'm just like, man, fuck this. I'm out. I don't want to see this. But man, I don't know. If I pay for a movie and I sit down in a goddamn movie theater, I'm probably gonna stay. What's the next movie you guys are thinking of watching for us patrons? I don't know. Probably Rhinestone. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Did you guys get the pre-post show that we shot for the Christmas episode? Because I know we shot one for that. Oh, I guess only $10 patrons would know the answer to that. I should probably just look. Posts. Published. Doesn't look like you did. I'll have to mention that, I guess. The profanity filter perplexes me. Well, go ahead and be perplexed. Well, I'm gonna hit that old dusty trail. Thank you guys for tuning in to this long, ponderous, occasionally jazzy stream. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys you'll see me Monday for sure.